Hello, lovely viewers. Welcome once again to Count Your Blessing. It's a pleasure having you. My name is Kukwa, and today I want us to talk about overcoming adversities, and I want us to focus on a particular family in the Bible. The name of the head of the family, that's the man, is Zelophehad. I want us to focus on Zelophehad's family and how they were able to pick up the broken pieces of their lives and forge ahead, even in times of their difficulty. So Zelophehad was part of the people that the Israelites whom Moses delivered from Egypt. And on the way to the promised land, he passed on and he had five daughters. So obviously, these five daughters were left on their own to fend for themselves. Whilst journeying on, Moses had instructions for the Israelites on how they were supposed to allocate the lands. That's where they were supposed to inherit in the promised land, how they were supposed to divide it between the 12 tribes and subsequently between the families in each tribe. And one of the rules was that they were supposed to give each family a piece of land, and that was supposed to be for the man. And then it's only the male child who could inherit the land. So it meant that the family of Zelophehad will lose out on this inheritance. And losing out means that one, the name of Zelophehad will be forgotten and he will not be remembered. The other thing also is that in the promised land, his daughters won't get a means for survival because obviously you have to get a land, cultivate it, and then use it to fend for yourself. But if they are not going to get any lands, well, how are these ladies going to take care of themselves? So these five daughters thought about these issues, and in their era, they decided to confront what was confronting them and then challenge what was challenging them. The peculiar situation they faced in their era was that women didn't have a voice, and it was really difficult for a woman to kind of challenge the law or the authority. However, these women decided to take the bull by the horn, and on a fine day, they just knocked on the door of Moses and then told Moses that this particular constitution or rule is not favoring us. So Moses probably might have been surprised, told them that, well, I'm going to seek the face of God on this issue and I'm going to get back to you, which Moses did. For me, I think that if Moses had answered them there and then, okay, it's true, what you really need is a land, and then provided the land, I think I wouldn't have been surprised. But then Moses goes to God, and then God answers him, and he says that, well, I support the ladies, give them a parcel of land. And I'm like, why will God do this? Why didn't he just give the instruction and prevent these ladies from all the stress they had gone through? Because before this issue, every time there was the need for a change of something, it is God who gives the direction to Moses. God will tell Moses, okay, go and tell the Israelites to do this or to do that. But in this particular scenario, Zelophehad dies and God said nothing. And God, Zelophehad had only daughters, meaning that he couldn't pass on his inheritance to his daughters. And you said nothing. So God was quiet until these ladies decided to stand up for themselves. You know, sometimes we have a laid back attitude as Christians, and we console ourselves with this slogan that God will do it. God will come through for us. But sometimes, in fact, most times, God is just waiting for us to take the initiative, to take a step so that He will back us up. I can imagine how these ladies would have gone through life without this dangerous decision they took. And for me, I think in their era, it was really a dangerous decision they took because it was unheard of for women to stand up for themselves, to be vocal to that extent. But these daughters, just like Esther, decided to take the bull by the horn, and then they said that if I perish, I perish. They confronted their issue. We sometimes need to be a bit confrontational about the things that are that happens to us. Sometimes we don't need a laid back attitude. Sometimes we need to take initiatives. We need to be a bit assertive, and then we will get God backing us. Sometimes we don't need to hide behind God and then just be pretending that everything is well. We need to man up and then go forward in some difficult situations. If these girls hadn't been this bold, probably we would never have heard the name Zelophehad in the Bible. Of course, we wouldn't even have known they existed, because I'm sure there are a lot of families in Zelophehad's time, but it is because of this girl's bravery. That is why today we can still talk about the daughters of Zelophehad. It's because they stood up to the task. Life will never give you what you want. Life will always give you what you fight for. They learned to make lemonade out of the limes that were being thrown at them. And that is what we also need to strive to do. We have to learn to maximize the potentials God has placed in us. We need to learn how to be bold, how to be assertive, like I said. And in doing all this, let us learn to count the little blessings that comes in our ways, and we will be surprised how things turn out. Thank you for watching me. My name again is Kukwa. Have a wonderful time. Bye.